loved wearing them as a set. And hello guys, welcome back to the detailed review of the iconic Juste Un Clou bangle from Cartier. There are scratch marks on here, the same as my other bracelet. And like I said, because this is really close up and you can really see a lot of the flaws or the wear and tear on these pieces. But if you were to wear it on your wrist, you know, chances are you probably won't be able to see this. So this is the back of the bracelet where the hinge is. It's basically two pieces combined together with this mechanism. This looks like it's in a much newer condition than my Love bangle that I showed in the last video. And also because I sent it in like 6 months after having this when it fell off of my hand. This was repolished and basically it looked really new when I brought it back. It's 6 months after, and this is the nail's head. The nail head is actually attached to the bottom of the bracelet. I am going to open up the bangle for you because right when I first got it, I'm not too sure how to open it because I was like, okay, do you just like pull it to open? Obviously, it's more sophisticated than that. So if you guys just look at this right now, will you be able to see or take a guess? How do you think this should open? I think if you can look at over here, it is kind of like the giveaway, and you're right if you think this is the way to open it. I like the overall design of the piece because it's very seamless and also it's very, you know, simple. So how you open it is actually from the inside, where you see kind of the impressions here. So it kind of mimics the same look as the outside of the bangle, which is this side. And on the outside, there are 5 marks here. And on the inside, there are 4. And what you do is basically press it down and pull it open. Right here, you can just, maybe you see this, and this is the only mechanism there is on this beautiful piece right here. Okay, so it's a very seamless kind of a process and it's very easy to get to. Also, this way the bangle is secured on your hand, so usually when you're wearing it, it's either this way or this way. And with the opening and closing being on the inside of the bangle, it really prevents it from, you know, outside getting the impact and hitting it open. And I think this is the updated version of the closure. This is the other side of the bangle, and also a detail inspection and a super close-up for you guys, so you know what to expect on the other side of the bangle. So this piece has more of a kind of an oval design, so it could sit comfortably on your wrist. And I really like the way it wears and it glides because the Love bracelet is more of a, you know, like a thicker band, and this one has just like the round edge. And another really cool thing is that when I was choosing the size on this one, I thought I was going to pick the same size as the Love bracelet that I wear, but then I was recommended to go down 1 size so that it's actually the perfect size for my wrist. The Love bracelet, I have size 17, and this one is actually size 16. And I'm going to show you guys right now what it looks like on the inside of the bangle and what are the hallmarks and things that you can look for. So this is on the inside of the bracelet, where you can see the Cartier Hallmark right on the first on the left hand side, and then also right next to it is the size of this bracelet, and next to it is the serial number. Next to the serial number is once again the gold hallmark. So this AU750 basically just means it's gold. It wasn't my first choice because it is very distinctive and unique Cartier actually makes other lines, and the Just Un Clou is just so unique. Over time, it definitely grew on me and I love this piece. So I think it's a really good investment. However, there had been incidents after I purchased this piece. When I was playing badminton, this piece like snapped open and fell off of my hand, and I was like, what is happening now? It didn't really happen with the Love bracelet because it has a lock on both sides, and once you lock it in, it's really hard for it to come off. But the Just Un Clou, I do think there is a very smartly designed mechanism that goes into the design and the closure of the bracelet, but for some reason it didn't really sit well on my wrist. So after what had happened, I brought it back to Cartier. They actually fixed it for free and also polished the beautiful bangle, and the color came back to be really rosy, which is fine. But over time, you'll have to understand that both of my jewelry start to look very yellow gold. Obviously, there's still like a hint of rose gold in it, so if you were to compare it with a complete yellow gold piece, it almost looks the same. It's just from oxidization. Cartier jewelry does that, so just keep that in mind, that it'll happen to yours as well. So I like to wear it as a stack, and the set looks pretty cohesive together, and I like to wear the clou this way so the nail head doesn't get banged off. And there are a little bit of other information I want you guys to know about the Love bracelet. So I have already disassembled this Love bracelet with 4 diamonds, and I am just going to show you guys what's on the inside. I'm going to give you a close-up now. There are 4 impressions that have been filled with diamonds, and this is one of them. And it might look really big, but it's not really that big in person. This is the inside of it, and there are hexagon-shaped back. This is the gold hallmark right here, and the PGI. And this is the mechanism. And I think you can see the oxidization. And this is actually the screw hinge on the side of the bracelet. You can see it's literally a screw. This is what it looks like. And basically, once you put the other piece into this side, you can then screw it in to secure it, and it's the same on both sides. And this is the inside of the bracelet, and then it has the Cartier stamp and also a copyright hallmark. You have the size is 17. Ooh, it's looking really good, isn't it? Because the diamonds are glistening. And the reason why it is doing that is because the octagon-shaped spacing on the back of the bracelet that you see over here where my finger is tapping, that the light comes through and makes a diamond shinier than normal. So this is natural light with this bracelet. I'm purposely not zooming in right now because the 2 light spots you see here and here are actually the natural light that's coming from behind the bracelet right now. And if I were to cover it, you can see that shine kind of goes away. So there's a reason why they designed the kind of socket in the back, and now we're playing around with the light. So if we block it, you don't really see that fire and the brilliance, but this gives you a better look of the bracelet, of how important like design really is, because it's really intricate, and without it, it would just simply look too dull. It's kind of cool. It's like I am making you guys nearsighted with the actual view here, but that's how it works, and it's because of these little octagon shapes thing in the back. I simply just think it's a little bit of an upgrade and then elevated the look of the basic bangle. I don't feel like wearing them right now. I have enough going on my wrist. Right now, I kind of regret getting it because the price is $4,000 more. So each diamond is kind of like $1,000. And I don't think they give you certificates for these diamonds. I've occasionally bring these pieces out to clean them, and I noticed that there is a little bit of color changing on them in the areas that I touch the most. That's kind of like what happened to my original bracelet, is that over time you will start to see color change because the oil in your hand and the air will interact with the metal, which causes the color change. That's kind of the reason I chose rose gold, because I know that eventually the rose gold will start to oxidize and it's gonna start to look like a yellow gold. So to me, I do think it's kind of beneficial to have the two-tone look to it, but obviously once it turns into more yellow gold, it doesn't go back to rose gold. So that's kind of a silly thing that I have. So I've decided to put these two pieces together because both of them are rose gold and one has been worn for a few years and one hasn't. First, you can see that the screw that comes with a Love bracelet also matches the type of gold that you choose to buy. And I chose rose gold, so this is a rose gold screw. And I think this is stainless steel, or maybe it's a different material than gold. So you can see the pink color comes through a lot more, I would say, sharp. And on the actual gold bracelet, you can see it's a softer and more elegant pink. This is a gold tone that I've worn for a few years and now it's turning kind of yellowish. When people see it, they're speculating, they're like, wait, is this yellow gold or rose gold? I'm like, it's in between right now, so it's really what you see. But because I also have been wearing the Clou so much, so both of them are more similar tones. I just wanted to show this to you guys so you have a more realistic expectation to know what you're getting. Right now I am wearing both of these pieces together, and from what it looks like right now, you might think, oh, one is the yellow gold and one is the rose gold. And let me tell you, both of these are actually rose gold pieces. The one without diamond is the one that I did another video on, and it's very yellow gold looking because it's oxidized. The one on the bottom is more rosy and more rose gold looking. It is because I haven't really been using it as much, so it's stored away. Right now it just looks like they're two different things, when in fact they are both of the same thing. This is a different lighting, but you can definitely see the color differences on them. One is used for a few years, and then the other one is more of the newer one. I'm only trying this on for this video. I actually like seeing it on other people, and I have seen it quite a few times. And for me personally, I just like more the toned down look. You can also see that on the rose gold one, color change starts to happen. And it's because I've touched it with my hand, and this will always happen. There is the Love bracelet for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. I don't think they have massive price increases on these pieces like many other fashion brands. Price stayed pretty constant throughout the years, so if you are thinking about investing in one, you know, you have the option to either purchase it brand new from the boutique, which I think you should. If you have saved up for it, go for the experience and ask as many questions as you have if that's what you have in plan. Another option is to obviously buy a pre-owned or pre-loved or on the second-hand market. I actually came across a lot of platforms that sells these pieces. After you purchase these pieces, they tend to hold their values also really good. Over time, if you wanted to trade it in for something else, these pieces will definitely make your investment worthy. They don't really lose a lot of value. If you think about buying other designer brands, their handbags are in the $2,000–$3,000 range, and after you buy it, you can probably sell it for only half of the price, and it's not the case for jewelry. So I personally think investing in jewelry is a good way to hold up value for your pieces, if you know what I mean. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope we're connected. If not, click on that subscribe button right now. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!